I'm recording this on the 75th anniversary of the Second World War finishing, and I just thought it would be apt to talk about this camera here, because this camera is a camera which was designed for that conflict but actually not used in it in the end, because the country realised that it had a shortage of cameras in the war, and the best cameras were obviously the German cameras, and they actually requisitioned Leicas and Zeisses. And the Zeiss was the Zeiss Iconta was a super Iconta, was a camera that worked well. It was reliable, it was a very sharp lens. Yes, people did use the Leica, but the Iconta had a slightly bigger negative, being medium format. So the word from the War Ministry went out to British camera manufacturers to come up with something for the conflict, something that would be hard-wearing, reliable and sharp. And they came up with this camera called the Ensign Commando, and it is a very nice camera. Oh, I think it's nice. It didn't go down particularly well with the market. It's interesting in so many respects. I'm just checking I haven't got a film in here, and I haven't. The focusing is a rangefinder focus, and it's very unusual because if I move the focusing, which is on the top, can you see this is moving up and down, right? And there's only two folding cameras, the Mamiya and this, that actually operate like this. So the focusing is from internally in the camera. Why on earth? Well, if you are in a conflict situation, the most vulnerable part of the camera is the lens. So I think it was slightly over-engineered, and that was the result. The lens is on this one. This is a I think this is a slightly later Ensign. This is Enza lens. It is moderately fast. This one is 3.8, which is fast. As I said, you've got a rangefinder here, you've got an on-top counter, you've got a red window here for if you're doing 12. You had a mask you could put. You had a mask that you could put in for 6.4. Is it a mask? No, it's an Ingenious. If I get a pencil, you've got flaps that you can put round to make it 6x4 little flaps, and they are built in. Normally you have a mask which inserted, but the clever thing with the Ensign is you had these little flaps, which meant you couldn't lose your mask, because masks were often lost. It's an incredibly robust camera. It's a reliable camera. I've used it and really liked it. Problem was, they didn't get these cameras out until about 1946. I think they did use them in the forces, but not until the war was over. The public didn't take to this camera. I think after 5-6 years of war, they didn't want a camera that looked like a military camera. And it is a little bit bulky, it is heavy. People were wanting more modern looking cameras. So this was a very well engineered camera that never really fulfilled its potential. Price range, they seem to vary between £50 and £100. I think they are a really undervalued camera. I've used it a couple of times. The Ensign Commando. If you find one, have a try and see what you think.